lot of people know that you're huge on Etsy. You've been saying Etsy is better than traditional Shopify dropshipping for a while now. How much would it take to get started with traditional e-commerce, and how much would it take to get started in Etsy? And then after that, could you explain the difference between Shopify and Etsy, the pros and cons of each?
So like typical Shopify dropshipping with paid advertising, obviously organic shit's a bit different, but typical Shopify dropshipping with paid advertising, in my opinion, you're gonna need between like $1,000 and $5,000. It kind of depends on how quickly you learn. Like if you're stupider, you're gonna need 5. If you're very smart, maybe you'll need like 1, 2, right?
Yeah, I think it
Like how
depends
quickly you
on
learn.
the product as well you're selling, because some products, you know.
But it also depends on like your own mentality, right? Like you need to quick test very, very quickly. There's no point in putting like a G into a product if it's fucking shit.
Yeah,
some people get delusional about their things and they're like, oh, I love this product. Spent 3 weeks making the website. Like, no, bro, don't spend 3 weeks making a fucking website. So typically, like I would say you need like minimum of 1,000. I would say maximum 5,000 before you start to see like real kind of notable success, and then that you should be able to go from there and like bounce on and go higher, right? Or you might just fail. Like this happens, right? Like I failed so many fucking Shopify dropshipping stores, so many products don't work, and I spent a lot of money. Even like when I have a very good experience, I spent a lot of money and it just hasn't worked.
That could be quite demotivating as well. Like if you save 5K from your job, for a lot of guys, most people,
5K is a lot,
especially in the UK, don't even have a few grand saved up.
Bro, most people don't even have like fucking a G saved, bro. Like
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so if they were to lose, you know, a few grand or 5 grand, you know, oftentimes people might just quit and be like, oh, it's not for me.
Bro, they might get like a G into it and be like, oh fuck this, I've seen like 100 quid in sales, like fuck, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
So I think like that's a lot of money. Like I remember like when I had like a 9 to 5 basically for a couple months, like only like 1.2 a month, 1.3, like crazy. It's a lot of fucking money to spend, right? But on Etsy, the other side of Etsy, the reason why I like Etsy a lot and the reason why I recommend it to beginners is purely because you only need about $250 to $300 to really get started. And that's just kind of to get initial traction on the platform, get yourself going. You can even start for less. You can even start for like 100. Obviously, if you have more money, you're gonna go quicker, you're gonna become profitable quicker. Yeah, but like you can spend $250, $300. That's what I use for my own personal stores. Like that's very, very different to Shopify dropshipping. And I also think with Shopify dropshipping, purely because the way the platform's set up and you have to build a website, like it's very time consuming and very resource intensive, and it requires like a reasonable amount of skill. Like me personally, I can't write for shit. I can't like design for shit. Like it just takes me so long to design a website because not the way my brain works. So I think Etsy dropshipping is a lot better for a lot of reasons. Like it's just a lot more consistent. Seems to be, for me personally, low stress. Like I don't want to lose any more fucking hair, you know? Like, and it's just, it's high consistency, low stress and low startup costs. Like I think it's a lot better than Shopify dropshipping. Like I've sold on both and I'm choosing Etsy.
Yeah, Etsy it seems like it's what Shopify dropshipping was
in like 2016, 2017, like it's crazy. Like it's so, like as long as you get the right foundation, like you're gone. Like it's so easy. And like I've sold on both and I've made more profit on Shopify. Like today I've made, actually I don't know, but like I've done a lot of business on Shopify, like Shopify dropshipping, and I'm choosing fucking Etsy.
Yeah, if you're choosing it, that says something. Other guys getting started should take note of that.
That's the thing, like if you're already like very deep into Shopify dropshipping, like I don't think Etsy's for everyone, right? Because it's not immediate scale to 10K. Like say if I was going to start a Shopify dropshipping store right now and I saw a successful product, I'd be able to scale it to like 10K a day, maximum a month, right? Realistically like 2 weeks. But Etsy is very, very different to that. So if you're already making a lot of money on Shopify dropshipping, maybe you should put some time to Etsy, but like I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, right? But if you're a beginner and you've maybe done one dropshipping store, a couple of dropshipping stores, haven't really made much money, or you're like deciding which thing to do, like Etsy dropshipping is by far the best.
Yeah, and it's a lower time investment as well, right? Compared to traditional e-commerce, Shopify dropshipping. So especially for people like working jobs, like they will have enough time coming back from their job where they can, you know, work on Etsy. Compared to like, you know, with Shopify traditional e-commerce, it requires a lot more time because like you said, you have to design the website, do the copywriting yourself before you get enough money to hire someone else, etc., etc.